Now back to the story of the evening. Epstein and Peter Mandelson. There have been calls for both Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Peter Mandelson to appear now in front of the US Congressional investigation into Epstein. And if they were to do so, they would be among some very high-profile individual colleagues. Bill and Hillary Clinton are both confirmed they will give evidence to that committee. And our Washington correspondent, Simon Marks, is here to give us all the latest as ever. Simon, still a snowy Washington behind you. How excited are people about Bill and Hillary giving evidence? Is there anything more they can really tell us?
Well, certainly Republicans on the House Oversight Committee hope that there is more that they can tell us. And this is the result, Andrew, of a major climb down by the Clintons over the course of the last few hours. Back in January, and for many months leading up to it, the Clintons had been insisting that they would not cooperate with the House Oversight Committee's investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. They rejected as invalid subpoenas that legally compelled them to testify before the House Oversight Committee. And just 3 weeks ago, they wrote a letter saying every person has to decide when they have seen or had enough and are ready to fight for this country. For us, now is that time. That was a letter co-signed by both of them, sent to the chairman of the committee, Jim Comer, a Republican who has absolutely stuck in their craw, and they insisted that they simply were not going to cooperate with the committee, and if necessary, they would face contempt of Congress charges and the very real possibility that they might be jailed. Now they have caved on that. Put the dates in your diary. Hillary Clinton will be testifying, giving a deposition that will be filmed and transcribed on February the 26th. Bill Clinton the following day. They both, of course, deny any wrongdoing in their friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. But this is a big win, particularly for Republicans on that committee, although 9 Democrats were supporting them in threatening contempt of Congress charges against the former first couple.
There may be a constitutional answer to this question, but is Donald Trump likely to testify himself?
Well, they're not currently calling for Donald Trump to testify. I think it would be unheard of for a sitting president to testify. There is precedent for former presidents to testify in hearings on Capitol Hill. It's happened 4 or 5 times in the past, but never under such contentious circumstances as this. But remember, Andrew, that over the weekend, President Trump declared himself absolved by the 3 million papers that were released on Friday by the Department of Justice. So for the moment, at least, even though there are still outstanding questions, he thinks he's off the hook. And for him, having the Clintons being hauled up to Capitol Hill at the end of this month, it is manna from heaven.
And finally, Lord Mandelson, as he still just about is, Peter Mandelson, our ambassador in Washington. How much is that story getting excitement and following in the United States? In other words, is this a story that Americans are interested in?
Well, it's definitely getting traction here in Washington, as you would expect, because he was such a significant character on the circuit here. And also, I think, in some other parts of the country. I mean, certainly the news channels have made some reference to it. There's more interest, of course, in Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He is wanted for questioning by that House Oversight Committee. And as we know, the Prime Minister has said that he should go ahead and provide testimony in some fashion to that committee. Although, of course, both he and Lord Mandelson are beyond the reach legally of the committee, because any subpoenas that the committee may choose to throw in either of their direction have no legal basis to be upheld in the UK. So they don't have to testify, even though pressure is mounting on both of them to do precisely that.
Simon, you have a very busy and fascinating few weeks ahead. Thank you very much indeed for that.